Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Halaal Goods Market. I am Shaista Token, your host at Salam Media here today. We've got a stunning stall set up, and the best interview is initially with Fehmz, the founder of the Halaal Goods Market. We're going to introduce Fehmz in her full name. Fehmz, let's go for that.
So I'm so sorry. I'm like looking at a million things at all the time. I'm sorry. It's a mad day today. Fehmida Osman-Latib. That is
So
my
Fehmida
official.
Osman-Latib, for those of you that don't know her, except for the persona that you see on Instagram,
the real person is Fehmida
Alhamdulillah,
Osman-Latib.
I would love to say that this is a great opportunity for us to get to chat to Fehmz and the Halaal Goods Market. So let's start with the name Halal.
Yes.
It's quite a niche.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit of background on that.
So, I actually specifically wanted to use the word halal because when you're a foodie, you love to like taste different things and different flavors and different cuisines. And my most difficult thing was that when I went to markets, which I loved attending, the halal offering was always slim pickings, always slim, and always like sort of the usual. You get one auntie who's making samosas or something like that, which is, all amazing samosas. But I wanted to go to a market where I could actually try different cuisines. Like, where can I find Asian halal? Where can I find Korean?
Not only diversity in terms of the offerings, but also diversity in terms of the attraction to our type of food.
Absolutely. And that's why I did halal goods. That's why I did.
And the flip side of you being the vendor versus being the now organizer of such an event, how's that in terms of an experience?
It's a completely different experience to kind of, I don't know how to say, like, build a platform where you actually showcase small businesses. But my background is in exhibition design, and I've worked with small businesses. When I used to be in government, I used to work with small businesses all the time. So my love for that was always there. And me being a foodie, it's almost like the three of them married together, and we went, let's make a halal goods market.
And I always say, when the passion meets the purpose behind doing something, it's always going to be a success, irrespective of the value of it, because the success is measured so differently.
Absolutely.
And I think your satisfaction of being able to host something, it's a mammoth task, right?
Yeah.
But it's on such a magnitude where you're catering for the masses here.
Yeah.
And
I don't know about the masses, but I hope so.
I think diversity. This is
that's massive for us. So that's I think the big thing for us is to be able to showcase how much you get in a halal category. But it's not just for Muslims. It's for everybody. Come out here, come experience it, do all of those. And in our halal market, we'll make sure, like, as much as we remember and try and do it on time, we want to pray the salah. We make sure there's a salah praying facility. But there's also that people can experience that you can have good food, good drinks, good clothing without having everything else as well. Like, this is also what we have to offer.
One of the reasons I love hosting for Salam Media is I affiliate very well and align well with the brand in terms of exposing ourselves out there in various markets with diverse cultures and races. And we're not particularly targeting one audience. And with your HDM, I feel this is a form of dawah. And when people come here, they see, as you're saying, that halal is not a restrictive thing.
Yes.
It's actually a very broad and vast market.
Exactly that.
So this is your what
and
year?
We're welcoming. We're not, like, there's nothing scary about us. Like, come, we'll talk. We'll do all of those things and have fun,
Yes. So getting that a vibe is really good because it shows an openness to people that may have been a bit trepidatious before. So how many years is HDM this year?
So we've been around since 2017, which means we're now on our 6th year. It feels hectic. It sounds old.
It's actually reaching its decade. I'm excited to come to that one. Salam Media is going to get me to interview you in that decade.
Done.
But what actually is the difference between all the pop-ups that are mushrooming around us, the halal goods market, and then the online experience for these people?
So look, I think that I don't want to say there's a difference. I think that I'm flattered that there's so many more markets around there. It's amazing. And I think that what we did also was we changed the game. We changed it into sort of really thinking about the people that come to exhibit at a market. It was very important for us to get people who really had good products, who had good food, who had good things, and who were all owners, makers of their businesses, and who weren't just massive imports. We also didn't do book a stand at the market thing. We did a curation because we wanted to be able to put together a market that was a holistic experience for everyone. And we've gone bigger, we've gone smaller. We've had the experience of, like, we've had good growth. And sometimes they say when you grow too big, then it's too much.
It's
so I experienced that. I felt like it just got a little too big. And so the last two markets, we went back small. And I wanted that. I wanted that homely family feel always. But I always also wanted it to be good quality.
I love that you said it's curated because, yes, some of us that do see these pop-ups, we get overwhelmed. But it's the same people all the time. So when you say curate, is there a process of application to be a vendor?
Yes. So we have an application process where people will apply in and see. So we do have a few people who may be at maybe every market or something, but we do try and change it up. So if somebody comes and you've seen the same guy another time, we'll go, okay, you know what? Let's give an opportunity to this, like the guy with the Swahili food.
Right.
I'm so excited to taste Kenyan food,
Yes.
So we have a committee that we send through the applications, and then we all fight amongst each other and go,
yes, no,
yes, no,
I
yes,
want
no.
to taste this now. I actually
But we have
that.
differences of opinion because, and I think that's the healthiest part of it, is that
Perspective.
it's not just me.
Yes.
Because if it was just me, you can say, that's easy
And
bias.
I think your personality is very one narrow focus. So another person's personality may throw you a bit
Every
off
person
as well.
has their own way. And that's why with the committee, we make sure that there's people who they can talk their point across, and then we all have to listen. And we got to go, okay, this makes sense, that makes sense.
I am most excited here to be part of Salam Media, going to actually interview the vendors that are not known or unknown or underdogs in the market. And I love bringing them to the fore, because a lot of them are homemakers and they don't have social media. They don't have the influencer marketing that is currently happening. And I think I'm very excited about that.
I want to tell people, when you come here, don't go to the person you always see on Instagram. Go to them. I mean, by all means, go to them. But also go and look out for those who are not. People you haven't seen before, ask them, what is this food? What is interesting about it? I mean, we've got somebody who's launched Portuguese food here.
Yes.
They come from Mozambique. They're originally from Mozambique. So it's so lovely because we we open ourselves up to our neighbors. Kenyan food. The guys from Kenya.
Inshallah, I see a hashtag international, global happening soon. That's something that is very exciting, and I think it promotes the oneness also of Africa and the Ubuntu spirit. The last question, Fehmz, is I've noticed that you've tried to swap with venue. People are a bit apprehensive to come into that town and so on. What made you come back to Fox?
So I want to almost say it's not a swap to venue. This has always been our home. We changed because of COVID. Because COVID needed us outside. So we just did 2 outside. Unfortunately, we didn't have the best experience there. But as soon as we could get back here, I was like, I love the city. How can you not love the city? I always want to tell people that you guys are apprehensive about a city and you almost let go. But in the meantime, you should be reclaiming it.
I think the patriotism is ours.
Absolutely.
And I think coming out of our comfort zones to re-embrace what we actually are fearful of gives us the most life experience.
But also, we work with the security in the area. We bring on our own entire security company. They have secured the entire perimeter of us, and they run a line home. So they run a line to the highway to go, okay, this is the line, you should go home. So if somebody comes in and they don't know, just ask them. Delta Tactical is there. But on top of that, we work with the community CPF. We work with the police station across the road. They've actually issued us some guys to say we've got extra patrols around here, especially towards the evening, to make sure that our area is safe. So if anybody feels unsafe, we got you.
So then I'm secured for tonight's entertainment. I think it's a comedy showcase.
Yes, Jason Goliath.
Yeah, I know. I've introduced them before at an event. They are awesome guys.
Amazing.
Please come down to the Halaal Goods Market. It was so wonderful meeting Fehmz. She is amazing in person and quieter than I expected.
You haven't seen me yet.
Assalamu alaikum. We'll see you later on.
Okay.